Right off the bat, I want to give you what you guys came here for. Goku is coming out May 22nd. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a giveaway for Ultra Instinct Goku for anybody who's subscribed, so if you're new to the channel, feel free to join our community. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the trailer, and I'm also going to break down a lot of the moves that we're going to be seeing today and tell you what I think about them. And I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys think about these moves as well, so let me know in the comments down below. Now, starting off with the first move, I've seen people speculate that this is just his standing heavy attack, and if it is, it's going to be similar to Cooler's, where it kind of drags them across the screen. And that move is going to give you a wall bounce, which is going to be really good for combos. Now, this first move and this move also right here, I believe they're connected. I think they're the same exact move that adapt depending on the opponent's position. And they seem to be beam counters. I don't know if they're going to be physical counters, but they do counter beams. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the scans they talked a lot about like A stance and B stance and like all this confusing stuff. I think essentially what that's going to boil down to is like you initiate the counter, you suavely slide behind him, and then you can influence what happens afterwards with a follow-up button. Now this attack I find pretty interesting because we see right here for a couple of frames, Goku is just standing there in this stance. This is very clearly him activating a move and waiting for something to happen. These little wisps of air are coming from Jiren's punch. And if you notice, there's no animation on Goku at all. There's no like block hit or there's no damage taken, nothing at all. Which if you notice, when we take a look at this footage from Maximilian, you can see Cooler enters a stance here, Frieza's standing there, does an attack, and then there's an indication that this attack was blocked, nullified by the actual counter itself. Another example from Maximilian, you can see Hit initiates the counter, and he does his hit animation, and then goes in for the punch. Not to mention something very weird, very strange to point out, but I did want to point it out, is the fact that Ultra Instinct Goku is layered on top of Jiren's attack, which usually doesn't happen when you're being attacked and the attack actually is working on you to any capacity, because that kind of animation doesn't allow for the player to feel like it's actually impacting. It doesn't allow it to feel like their attack is actually registering at all. That's why the attacks layer on top of the thing that's being attacked. And as we can see, that does not happen in this instance. So to be honest, I think this is him just starting up an attack of his own, and this right here is a little misleading. I could be wrong. This very well might be a counter, but based on the other characters that we've seen and based on how the animations in this game work, I don't think this is actually a counter, but potentially more so of a command grab of sorts. Now this next one's pretty interesting because Goku gets attacked and then he techs really quick in order to activate his own attack where he charges in and punches the person. This sends Jiren flying back, and then they cut to a different attack really smoothly, making it almost look like these two attacks are part of the same string, but there's a solid cut there. And this is a totally different attack. Now I believe this is another command grab of Goku's, and that right there looks sick. Did it give a wall bounce? Yeah, that gives him a wall bounce, so you're gonna be able to combo off that more than likely. I don't know if you'll be able to super dash from that, but you might be able to call in like a C assist or something of that sort in order to help extend your combo. Is that his 2H? Tell me that's his 2H. That's crazy, because you can see how he starts on the floor, right? That plume of smoke indicates that he just launched himself on the floor. And then he nails him with 2 kicks, and he wall bounces immediately. Like, that's nuts. If that's a 2H that gives you some massive corner carry, that's awesome. That's dope. That's gonna be sick. Here we have a Ki Blast. I don't know what kind of Ki Blast this is gonna be. I don't know if it's just his normal Ki Blast, or if this is something that you're actually going to have to input. The combos people do with Ultra Instinct is gonna be nuts. Here he's got a move similar to Jiren, where Jiren kind of flexes and like opens his eyes flies and he hits you with all these attacks at once. Goku's got something very similar going on here. And then he goes into these extra flurry of punches, which I assume is going to be due to the heavy properties of his input. Right here, we can see they actually cut off the beginning part of this, but Goku was standing in this part right here. We can see that indicated by the plume of smoke where he used to be, but they don't show us that part. And then he appears right in front of the person above them and nails him with a bunch of attacks. And he seems to land back on the ground while the person is still stunned. So it looks like Goku's gonna have a couple of frames where he can actually follow up with something, where maybe he can do, for example, a down medium, or another special of some kind, or even maybe run forward and do attack. Now look at this. Once again, man, I don't know what buttons this is associated with, but a full screen projectile, that's gonna be nice. Who knows if this has Ki Blast properties? I have no idea, but it looks real sick. Here he's got a heavy attack. He zooms past him doing this right here, and I believe in the other trailer we saw that has wall bounce properties as well. That right there is just the same counter we saw in the beginning of the video that I went over. It's the same exact lighting, it's the same exact like swift animation of him kind of moseying on behind the opponent. And then the editing is a little bit tricky, right? Because they're all in this animation, and look at how they cut it. They cut it to make it look like he immediately goes into his super attack, when that's not really the case. You might be able to, who knows? But that's certainly not what's happening in this video. There's no way that both of these characters would just immediately within one frame completely change their entire posture. Goku's not even here, the lighting is totally different, and then he appears right back here. This is something totally different. Who knows if this side swaps, because in Dragon Ball FighterZ, the characters automatically face where the person is. Jiren would have been looking over here because Goku was over here. So it's possible Goku swapped real quick into his level 1. Or potential level 2, because look at how the Kamehameha breaks off, he's doing something else here, and then he goes into this animation right there. So that could be a level 1 or a level 2. And that right there, that's gotta be the level 3, man. That level 3 looks wicked. That's crazy, dude. Alright, I think that wraps up the breakdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about his moves? Also, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to hit the like button, man. It helps out a bunch. This community has been growing at a ridiculously rapid rate, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys tremendously. And for anybody who's new that's watching these videos, feel free to become part of the community. We're gonna play Ultra Instinct Goku a ton once he comes out. Not only that, but we're gonna have combo tutorial videos, TOD guides, and I just might even do a giveaway for him. So feel free to subscribe, that way you don't miss out on that. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.